Hi everyone, I'm Cassie and today I'm going to talk about some TBR books that I have on my shelves. I know it's a really popular tag for people to have, and to be completely honest, I don't buy a whole lot of books. I usually go to the library and get them, but it just so happened that I have quite a few books on the shelves here that I haven't got around to reading yet. The first book that I have sitting on my shelf that I haven't read is Pride and Prejudice. I know it's a classic, I know most people have read it before. For some reason, I've attempted it one time and I could not make myself finish it. I couldn't get into it for some reason, which is pretty shocking because most people love this book, but I just haven't got around to it. I actually found this particular copy at Goodwill. Surprisingly, this book is brand new. I don't think anyone's ever read it before. So I thought that was a sign for me to get this book and to give it a chance. And I know what the story is about. I've seen this movie actually, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite movies, but I just haven't read the book. And I feel like reading the book would give me so much more perspective. So I really need to get around to it. It's not a very long book either, so there's really no excuse for me not to read it this year. The second book that I have is actually a library book, so I guess it technically doesn't count with the rest of these, but I do have it out right now and I've heard nothing but great things, so I'll give it a chance. This book is The Wrath and Dawn, and I've heard lots of great things on BookTube actually, because I've never heard of this book before. This book is like 1001 Nights retelling, and that's just as much as I know about it, but it sounds pretty intriguing and so far everyone seems to like it, so I will give this book a chance. I don't think it'll be a very long read either, so it'll be one of the next couple of books that I'll be reading. The next book is Reckoned Order, and I got this book from Penguin Publishing, so thank you. This book comes out in February, I believe, and I've seen mixed reviews about this book. I honestly don't know what it's about. All I know is that a young woman is kind of not really sure about where her life is going, and she wants to rapidly change that. Correct me if I'm wrong, I honestly haven't really read much about this book. I don't really know what's going on. It doesn't seem like a long read. Seems to be a trend with all these books, but I will give this a try, and let me know if you've read this or any of the books that I talk about, and let me know so I know what I'm in for. The next book that I have is called Endgame by James Frey. I really like James Frey's previous books, in spite of them being questionable, like his book A Million Little Pieces, which I thought was a great book in spite of it not being an actual memoir. I still appreciated the work that he did, and I did like that book a lot. This book is supposed to be a more like a fantasy type deal. I don't really know what it's about. I just saw it at the bookstore, saw that it was by James Frey, and I thought I had to read it. It's also a series, which should be interesting. This book is longer than all the other books, but it's written in a weird fashion. There's a lot of random, I don't know, just a lot of random things like this on the pages. I'm not sure how that's gonna all tie into this book. If you've read this book, please let me know, because I haven't seen it around, I haven't heard anything about it. It was just an impulsive buy because I saw that it was by James Frey. So that's how I ended up getting it. The next book that I came across, it actually happened because I went to Savannah not too long ago, and this book takes place in Savannah. It's called Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. There's also a movie based on this book, like a mystery type deal. So I thought it would be an interesting read. People seem to like it, and it's a New York Times bestseller, which came out kind of a while ago. It does take place in Savannah, which is a beautiful city that I really love. So I think this would be an interesting book to read. If I can't make it through the book, maybe I'll just watch the movie. Last but not least, kind of an embarrassing book to have on this TBR list, especially because of all the great reviews. It's All the Light We Cannot See. I've heard amazing things about it, though I have to be honest, I'm not really sure what it's about. I know it takes place during a wartime in Germany or something like that. And that's pretty much it. The only reason I bought it is because great reviews, and it's a award-winning book. Everyone seems to think it's great, so I'll give it a chance. I don't think I'll be disappointed. I'm a pretty easy reader to please, I guess, but I hope this one is a good one. This is what I have in my little TBR collection that has been sitting on my shelf for a while now, and I really need to get to it. So this is it for today, my TBR video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.